American Legion's district level Oracle Scholarship Program, Constitutional Speech. That's contestant number one, our only one, Tramaine Moore.
Okay. I too, like James Baldwin, love America more than any other country in this world. And exactly for this reason, I insist on the right to criticize her perpetually. While many associate patriotism with the waving of a flag, the enlistment in the military, or even as a connotation to racism, I uphold patriotism with the simple definition of being passionate for my country. For 3 years, I was involved in the Law Academy, where I learned how the legal system worked on the local, state, and federal level. For 3 years, I participated on the debate team, where we studied current events, and I learned how to be multifaceted in all the issues that surrounded our nation. Currently, I am enrolled in an AP Government and Politics course, where I'm learning how to be a responsible and productive citizen. The foundations of my education have equipped me in learning the foundations of the Constitution. In school, it has taken much trial and error and many hours of studying to teach me how to properly prepare for a test or learn a new concept. This is the same concerning the framework of the Constitution. Initially, we had the Articles of Confederation, which was a grievance-filled document that gave no power to the people, to the state, or to the government. So, much like it takes me time to study for a test, it took our founders time to properly contrive 7 articles that outlined our branches of government, and throughout the years, create 27 amendments that codified our natural-born rights, thus creating the United States Constitution. After studying accounts by Aristotle, essays by Thomas Jefferson and Alexander Hamilton, letters by John F. Kennedy, and recently, tweets by Donald Trump, I have learned that America's history is nothing more than a perpetual cycle of wants and needs. The most recent example of this would be the 2016 presidential election. For not one, but for 2 terms, Americans voted for the first African-American Democratic president. Then, in 2016, they flipped the script and voted for a Republican businessman. This inconsistency of what is best for the country makes me wonder if the Constitution reigns true, or is it outdated, and should it be revised? Although I am not sure of the fate of the nation, or if the original Constitution will remain the supreme law of the land, I am sure, and I'm confident to say, that my loyalty will always remain with the states. My loyalty to the American flag does not bind me to speak laudatory things about my president, my representatives, or the overall government. Yet, every day, I pledge my allegiance and commitment to this great nation. To preserve the beauty of the government, we must return back to its foundations. On May 25, 1787, the first Constitutional Convention began. For 116 days, our founders drafted and redrafted, shouted and argued about how to create the perfect Constitution. Negating George Washington's warnings, there were 2 distinct sides about how the United States should be governed. No matter what side one was on, Federalist or Anti-Federalist, each had one common purpose, and that was to express one's nationalism for their country. Nationalism can be used to erect miraculous things. Because of the corruption that has invaded our nation by way of news, media, and education, the term nationalism, paired with extremism, can be viewed as a blessing or as a curse. In the military, dying for one's country is considered a noble deed. However, when those noble acts become miscreant and malicious, then nationalism is seen as terrorism. For someone to cause intentional harm on the United States, that person has clearly not read the Constitution It is because of the Constitution that right here, right now, I am allotted 10 minutes to speak my mind. It is because of the Constitution that if I get overwhelmed in school, I can pray to myself or with my peers. It is because of the Constitution that I'm able to protest and petition about things that I don't agree with. It is because of the Constitution that me, as a black female, I am pronounced a citizen. I am able to obtain property of my own without having to share it with soldiers. I have access to full justice in the court of law, and I have the right to vote for my leaders. The Constitution does nothing more than to protect our rights, ensure equality, guard us from harm, and provide a blueprint for peace. Christian morals, paired with Enlightenment ideals, laid the foundation so that all Americans, black, white, red, or yellow, can be proud to be a citizen. Lady Liberty epitomizes the beacon that America has on the world in her famous quote, "Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free." When a true patriot fights for their country, they're not fighting for one race or ethnicity. They're not fighting for one religion or belief. They're not fighting for the title of superiority above others. But when we fight for our country, we're representing those who cannot fight for themselves. Best said by Indian American journalist Fareed Zakaria, "What we see today is an American economy system that is booming because of the policies and developments of the 1950s and 60s, such as the highway, the interstate system, massive funding in science and technology, a public education system that is the envy of the world, and generous immigration policies. As a symbol of hope, American capitalism allows for everyone, no matter their ethnicity or socioeconomic status, to strive for the American dream and to be prosperous in whatever it is that makes them successful. Approximately 44 million foreign-born people live in the United States. Whether it be for religious freedoms, economic opportunity, or civil justice, the Constitution ensures that all men are created equal. By being a patriot, one becomes an ambassador for diversity and develops an innate love for all. Attracting international publicity. The statement, "Make America Great Again," has victimized the integrity of the nation. Why? Because America is the greatest as it has ever been. Time changes by the second. People change by the moment, currency changes by the demand, and opinions change by the art of persuasion. But one thing that will not change are those beautiful documents located on the upper level floor of the National Archives Museum. Our charters of freedom, the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, and the Bill of Rights. Those are the reasons to why America is great. It is because of the Constitution that I truly am proud to be a citizen. As a citizen, I hold myself accountable and I encourage my peers to be active in the affairs of the nation. By studying the foundations of the government, I am able to develop a platform of my own. Preparing for the future, I make it my responsibility to familiarize myself with the political climate of the nation. I love my country because I'm able to think freely and to be myself. I love my country because America reaps nothing but success. I love my country because I am always able to learn new things. I love my country because through the Constitution, my country loves me. Thank you.